Madhya Pradesh schools to reopen with 50% capacity from July 26th. High Court asks CBSE for final decision on exam fee refund of classes 10 and 12 within 8 weeks. Pondicherry University introduces postgraduate course in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Kerala SSLC 2021 result declared. Pass percentage crosses 99%. IIT Roorkee to conduct JAM 2022 on February 13th. Application process to begin from August 30th. Nalsar launches India's first master's program in animal law. 150 ITIs to be converted into technology hubs under Udyoga at Rs 5,000 crore. Rajasthan took several key decisions to take state to new heights in higher education, says Chief Minister. DBT and MOES sign interministerial agreement for cooperation in field of polar biology. Class 10 students in Jammu protest for mass promotion. Good afternoon and a warm welcome. You're watching Education News Network, where we get you the latest developments in education at the top of this hour. This is Nitya reporting from ENN, and the daily stories are: schools for classes 11 and 12 in Madhya Pradesh will reopen with 50% capacity starting from July 26th, given a significant fall in the daily COVID-19 cases, said Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan on Wednesday. He said schools for junior classes will be allowed to reopen gradually depending upon the situation. Chauhan made this announcement while dedicating a building of Vidya Bharati, a wing of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh, to the people in Bhopal. Students have been sitting at home for so many days now. Markets are open now and even the movement of people has started. Children are also visiting markets. Therefore, the state government also feels that the schools should reopen from the week starting July 26th. The classes for 11 and 12 will be started with half capacity, Chauhan said. The Delhi High Court on Wednesday directed CBSE to decide within 8 weeks if it would refund the examination fees taken for Class 10 and Class 12 board examinations, as they have been cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Justice Pratik Jalan ordered CBSE to consider as representation a petition by Deepa Joseph, mother of a Class 10 student studying in a CBSE-affiliated school who had paid Rs 2,100 as examination fee. CBSE's decision would be open to challenge if Joseph is not satisfied, the court clarified as it disposed of the petition. There has to be reasonableness on both sides, the judge added. Advocate Robin Raju for Joseph contended that since the board examinations have been cancelled, at least some part of the examination fees ought to be refunded to the students, claiming that the expenditure incurred by CBSE to conduct board examinations, as well as its role in the process, had been reduced. Raju said that schools were uploading the mark. The Pondicherry Central University has introduced an MBA course in management and a PG diploma course in biodiversity on animal taxonomy on the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Tribal students in remote villages of the islands would be benefited by the courses introduced from the 2021 to 2022 academic year. A press release from the Assistant Registrar of the University, K. Ramesh, said on Wednesday that the varsity also introduced an MBA course in management in its study centre in Karaikal. He said the Vice-Chancellor of the varsity, Gurmeet Singh, released the prospectus for the courses recently. Kerala's Education Minister V. Shivankutty has declared the results for SSLC examination. Kannur district in Kerala has the highest pass percentage with 99.85, while the lowest pass percentage has been recorded in Wayanad with 98.13. A total of 4,22,226 students had appeared for the exam, and the pass percentage is 99.47 this year. This is the first time the pass percentage in the state crossed 99%. The evaluation process for Kerala SSLC papers began on June 7th, for which 12,791 teachers were involved. The district that saw the most number of students with A+ in all subjects is Malappuram. A total of 2,214 schools achieved 100% results for all students. Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, will be the organizing institute for the Joint Admission Test for Masters, that is JAM 2022. Professor Ajit K. Chaturvedi, Director of IIT Roorkee, has announced that the examination will be conducted on Sunday, February 13, 2022. The application portal will be open from August 30th to October 11th. Joint admission test for masters is a qualifying examination for candidates seeking admission to various master's programs and other post-bachelor degree programs at IITs. The JAM score will be used by IISc Bangalore for admission to integrated PhD programs. The Nalsar University of Law, Hyderabad, in collaboration with the Animal Law Center and Humane Society International and India, launched India's first master's course in animal law on Wednesday. The two-year course aims to cater to the growing need for trained professionals in the animal protection sector, to impart knowledge on the need to protect animals and to equip students with knowledge on the legal aspects of animal protection. The master's course will help provide an in-depth legal understanding of the biggest areas of concern with respect to animal welfare in India and emerging issues globally. It will also cover the laws relating to prevention of animal cruelty, criminal procedure, wildlife laws, and other policies that directly impact animal welfare, as well as how to report crimes against animals. The Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister C.N. Ashwath Narayan on Wednesday said the state government would undertake a unique program, Udyoga, at a cost of Rs 5,000 crores, aimed at realizing the objective of upskilling the youth workforce through ITIs, that is Industrial Training Institutes, and converting 150 ITIs into technology hubs. The minister, who also holds the Skill Development, Entrepreneurship and Livelihood portfolio, while speaking about observing World Youth Skills Day on Thursday, that is July 15th, and month-long activities to be held as part of this, said Udyoga will be launched in October. This includes the construction of buildings, refurbishing of 78 old labs, setting up of 72 new labs, among many other things, he said. Noting that in order to provide international quality training, ITIs have been tied up with leading industrial enterprises and the curriculum has been revamped. Mr. Narayan said apprenticeship is being focused and the central government has announced an incentive for 30,000 apprentices. Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot on Wednesday said that Rajasthan is progressing steadily in the field of education and his government has taken several important decisions to take the state to new heights in higher education. Mr. Gehlot was addressing the inauguration ceremony of newly constructed college buildings through video conference from the Chief Minister's residence on Wednesday. While taking important decisions to promote girl-child education, the state government in the budget had announced to upgrade the government girls' higher secondary schools to girls' college, in which more than 500 girls are studying in class 12, he said. With this, girls will get college facility near their homes and their enrollment in higher education will increase, the Chief Minister said. Mr. Gehlot said that earlier Rajasthan was far behind in the field of education, especially women's education, adding that today excellent work is being done in the field of education here. Medical colleges have been approved in 30 districts of the state and courses have been started in many of these medical colleges. An agreement was signed between the Ministry of Earth Sciences and the Department of Biotechnology on Wednesday for cooperation in the area of polar biology. The agreement foresees mutual collaboration to explore the possibility of cooperation, convergence and synergy to bring out the expertise and services of both organizations under one roof and work hand in hand for addressing relevant questions in the field of polar biology, said a statement issued by the Ministry of Science and Technology. Particularly, biotechnological applications of polar microbes could be the center point of this collaboration between the MOES and the DBT, it added. The MOU will be implemented with the aim to collaborate in mutually agreed upon thrust areas of research in the area of polar sciences, the statement said. Around 200 students of Class 10 who have recently been declared failed by the Jammu and Kashmir Board of School Education staged a protest in Jammu city on Tuesday for mass promotion. The protesting students claimed that they were declared failed even after assurance of mass promotion. The students also alleged that their answer sheets were not evaluated properly. Some of them were detained as they clashed with the police, said officials. That's all for today. Thank you for watching Education News Network. For more such videos, do log on to our website, theenn.com, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Signing off, Nitya.